Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of True Myths, One Lie, the game show in the form of a podcast all about myths, urban legends, conspiracies, all the things that we don't fully understand. I'm your host, Anthony Manella, and the way that the game works is I'm going to tell 3 stories, 2 of which are claimed to be true, and 1 that is completely made up. It is up to my guests and everyone at home to try and figure out which story is the lie. Today's first guest goes down in history for creating the greatest senior prank of all time, Ryan McCauley.
What's funny is that it was completely an accident. Like, it totally wasn't supposed to be the senior prank, and it just wound up being the senior prank. Long story short, we went on a trip to Washington, D.C., and I enlisted the help of several people on the trip to prank my friends and take all of their belongings out of their room to make it look like the maids cleaned up their room and took all of their stuff. And we hid it all in our bathroom. And our friends, instead of coming to us to see what happened, they went to the teachers. The police got called. It spiraled out of control, and it made for the greatest story of senior year.
Yeah. Today's second guest can't sleep. Seth Cologne.
That's so good.
If you know, you know. If you don't, if you don't know, I just feel bad. You're missing out, honestly. And
I'm missing out on sleep.
True. And today's third guest used to drink soda while he had gum in his mouth because he claims that it gave the gum more flavor. Christopher Manella.
I forgot about that, but it is true. It does do that.
I can see it.
It just gives the flavor of the soda.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we get into today's topic, we have to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Why?
We didn't even start yet.
Yeah.
So, the video viewers can see what I'm doing, but for the audio listeners, I'm eating a bowl of cereal. When I was a kid, waking up and having a nice big bowl of a sugary cereal was the best way to start my morning. I mean, let's be real, starting out every morning with just a big bowl of sugar is not really great for you. Therefore, it got cut from my daily routine. Until now. Today's sponsor, Magic Spoon, makes cereal that's just as delicious as everything you enjoyed as a child, but it's actually healthy. It has 0 grams of sugar, 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. Also, only 140 calories. And on top of all that, it's keto-friendly, grain-free, soy-free, and gluten-free. They sell their 4 best-selling flavors in a variety pack: Cocoa, which tastes like all the chocolatey cereals you grew up with; Fruity, which is the one that I'm eating here, which tastes like all the fruity cereals you grew up with; Peanut Butter; and Frosted. I don't know why, but Frosted reminds me of all the cereals I grew up with that had like the little mini marshmallows in them, or maybe even like a glazed donut. I don't know. I can't tell, but all I know is that it's my favorite one and it's so good. And I didn't get to try the peanut butter one because I'm allergic, but I gave a box to Andrew to take home, and he tried it, and he said that it was, in his words, amazing. So, yeah, there you go. Click the link below to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use the promo code TRUE at checkout for $5 off any order. Or go to magicspoon.com/true. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Also, for my Canadian and British fans, Magic Spoon is now shipping to Canada and the UK. So click the link below and use the code TRUE for $5 off, or go to magicspoon.com/true to save $5 today. Thank you to Magic Spoon for sponsoring today's episode.
Don't ever do that to me again.
And we
Ever.
I'm sorry,
are
Seth.
back. Okay, so guys, are you ready to hear what today's topic is?
Yeah. I'm perfectly ready with my good friend Toph here.
So today's topic, I usually tell 3 stories where 2 of them are claimed to be real. Today, all 3 of these things are fake, but it makes sense. It's because we are talking about SCPs. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to talk about 3 SCPs, one that is completely made up. For those who don't know what an SCP is, it's basically anything that is out of our realm of understanding. It could be a creature, it could be a human with special powers, paranormal powers, it could be an object that does weird things. It can literally be anything. How familiar are you guys with SCPs?
Vague.
There is the one about the mask that we used that idea for the Halloween video last year.
Correct, yes.
But,
which some people thought that it was from Goosebumps.
I thought it was from Goosebumps.
Yeah.
It's just a big lie,
what?
everybody, okay? It was an SCP.
Aw.
There's so many of them, right?
There is a lot. So,
Wait, what about the game? SCP Containment Breach?
yeah, I mean, the game is based on that.
What I know it from.
Right. So it's basically all of these creatures that exist within this containment, and it is a fantasy world, but it's a very large community online, and it's so creative. And some of the things that they come up with for these SCPs are way cooler than any of the real sighting stories that you'll ever hear because, I mean, this is just like people's imaginations running wild. So the way that SCPs are classified, there are 3 different classes, and I think this is important to the rest of our stories. So there is safe, which basically doesn't necessarily mean that the SCP itself is safe, but it means that it's easy to contain. It's more than likely in the SCP containment itself. Then there is Euclid, which is basically, it's unpredictable. It's not super easy to contain, but it may also be in the containment as well. And then there's Keter, which is basically just, there is no way you can capture this thing. Either they don't have enough knowledge on how to capture it, or they don't have enough money or resources to capture it, so on and so forth.
So like a squirrel would be Keter.
No.
Yeah. Squirrels are hard to catch. Most dogs can't catch them.
Yeah.
We're talking about one of each of those today. There's one safe, one Euclid, one Keter.
This is gonna be so hard because they're all fake.
Yeah.
They're all fake, but 2 of these are canon and are well established and really exist within the SCP community, and the 3rd one is made up. Okay, are you guys ready to hear all about the first SCP?
Yes.
Kind of.
Which one is it?
The first one is considered safe, meaning it is contained. Doesn't necessarily mean that this is a safe SCP. Story number 1. It's all about SCP-303, and its title is Painting. So basically, it is a painting that is kept in an opaque cloth, and it always has to be face down in a windowless unit. You can't look into this thing. Only people in the containment who are considered restricted personnel, who are considered level 2, are able to do any sort of research and interact with this painting. So one day, a couple of researchers decided to go in there and experiment with it. They unwrap it. It's got an ornate gold border around it, and you flip it over, and you need to make sure that all the security cameras and everything are turned off before you flip this thing over. So you're able to stick your appendages into this painting, and you can see it now into the painting. Some people think that it's basically like a pocket dimension. There's another dimension inside of this painting. You stick your hand in there, you basically see a painted version of your hand in the painting, and you lose all feeling within your hand. When you pull your hand out, you now just have a normal hand. So researchers 1, 2, and 3, R1, R2, and R3. Yeah, Ryan 1, Ryan 2, and Ryan 3. Ryan just pointed to himself for audio.
Well, we
listeners.
have like 3 Ryans that we could use.
We do. Ryan
Ryan
Feeney.
Macaulay, Ryan Feeney, and then Ryan
Sin.
Yeah.
Ryan's World.
Ryan's World.
We'll get a 3rd Ryan.
R1 one day puts his whole body into the painting.
Daring.
He goes inside of there, and R2 and R3 can see him moving throughout the painting. He looks like a painted version of himself, but they can't hear him and they can't speak to him. They can only observe him. R2, in a recorded transcript, remembers the moment, and he says that while he was watching R1 move through the painting, something else caught his eye, and a little black dot goes over a hill inside of the painting. So let me paint the painting for you. It's a little farm. There's a woman in there, and she's hanging clothes on a clothesline. And in the background, there are some hills. That's where the black dot appears. The black dot starts to grow larger and larger and larger, and it eventually envelops the entire painting until a crimson eye opens up in the center of the painting. Now, R3 wasn't watching the black dot. He was watching R1. And what R1 was doing was he went up to the girl in the painting, and the girl in the painting collapsed once he approached her. When she collapsed, a smudge, as if someone had messed up on the painting, appears on the outside of the painting. R1, after she collapses, tries to exit the painting, but he can't exit because that's when that black circle took over everything. R1 is now stuck in this painting to this day. No one else is able to enter it to go in there and save him. All that's left is this weird crimson eye that sometimes looks around and it sometimes blinks, but we don't know if it's sentient. And that is story number 1. I'm gonna give you guys some time to discuss. Go.
First of all, we know it's sentient. It's moving around.
But is it aware?
Is it aware of what?
Can it see people on the outside?
Oh, on the outside, okay. Well, it's definitely aware that someone's on the inside. I mean, it changed.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's usually also like a literary technique in horror is the classic, the painting. You think of Pickman's model. which is H.P. Lovecraft, and also helped inspire my short film, The Painting, which cannot be seen anywhere, so you should check it out.
Listening to the story, I was like pretty sure that this one is real. I don't know, it just didn't really sound fake to me. But yeah, I don't know. So no one can go back into the painting. Like you can't just go into the eye.
You can't. They've tried. No one's been able to go back in.
So weird. Just like only captured this one researcher, and now it just blocked everyone else from going in.
I think it's cool. I think SCPs are so cool.
Which Ryan was it?
It was R1. I guess that, you know what? I don't want it to be me, so let's say it was Feeney.
Yeah, Feeney's stuck
So
in the
Feeney
painting.
Feeney was the OG Ryan, and now Ryan McCauley's the OG Ryan because Feeney's stuck in a painting.
Yeah,
is what
until
we're
we can
getting
get
at.
Feeney out, but no one's in a rush.
Right. I literally said right. I agreed.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything to add, Toph?
Not really. Seth said everything.
Seth kind of did say everything.
Seth really did say everything
I
for
feel
that
like
one.
Seth totally just like ruled
This
that
is
one
the
out.
first time I really cannot add anything.
Yeah, I feel like I can't really add much either. I think Seth just really.
I can just say it feels real to me.
Yeah,
That's about it.
Seth is the master of paintings.
But that's it. Like after this, we're done.
Well, wait,
Unless
you
we're
have to roll
doing
out one,
the
so it's 50-50.
second painting and then the third painting.
Yeah, plot twist, they're all paintings.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys are ready,
We're
I'll
ready,
move
yeah.
into the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this the ukulele one?
This is, yes, this one is classified as ukulele.
Wait, what's the real name?
Euclid.
Euclid.
Meaning that it is unpredictable. It's not impossible to contain, but
Is that like a
Never
foreign word?
yeah, I don't know. Like I said,
SCPs are all made up, so it's not that far-fetched to believe that the words are made up.
So even if it's foreign, that language is made up.
Yeah.
We're gonna confirm that today on the show.
I mean, isn't all languages just made up?
Yeah.
it's true. That's very true. Anyway, story number 2. Now we're talking about SCP-933. Its name, Duct Tape.
What was the first one's number?
303.
303.
Yeah. And this is 933.
Correct.
A lot of threes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, 3's my lucky number.
There was 2 3s in the first one, and there's 2 3s in the second one.
Well, then you're gonna love the number for the third story.
Is it 333?
You're very close.
Wait, really?
Story number 2. It's called Duct Tape. Now, SCP-933 is split up into 2 separate entities, but they kind of go hand in hand and become one. They're split between 93301 and 93302. SCP-93301 is just an innocuous roll of duct tape.
Can you define innocuous?
Innocuous?
Just like a regular roll of duct tape.
Innocuous means a regular roll of duct tape.
You could
So
say-
it means a regular roll of duct tape, a regular roll of duct tape. Because you said innocuous,
We're looking this
regular roll of duct tape.
No, I said an innocuous roll of duct tape.
up.
Okay.
Google.
So it's a regular roll of duct tape, roll of duct tape.
Define
Is what that sentence
innocuous.
says.
No, why do you keep adding things?
Because that's it.
Hold on.
Innocuous roll of duct tape.
Not harmful or offensive.
It's a non-offensive
Okay.
roll of duct tape.
Non-offensive.
It's not
It's
offensive.
family friendly.
That's way funnier.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Anyway, unless you've been affected by the duct tape, you cannot unroll it. SCP-93302 is a featureless man in a cloak. SCP-93302 is so strong that he was shot 57 times, and he healed entirely after 238 days. Him and this duct tape, they're good buds, they're friends. And when he has this duct tape, he's able to unroll it. And he will pin down whoever the nearest person to him is. So if he sees someone, he'll go for the closest person, and he will unroll that duct tape, and the first thing he does is he pins it up against one of your facial features. And when he pulls that tape off, that facial feature is completely removed from the person's face. He will not stop doing this until all of your facial features are either one, gone, or until someone else stops him. If your facial features are removed, it gets completely filled in with flesh and bone, and that's it. And people who have been interviewed who have had facial features, what?
I'm just picturing the interview like,
Yeah.
Well, you
Have you
could just
been
lose.
affected by the duct tape? And he has like no eyes, and he's like, yeah.
Or he has his mouth removed.
he's like,
That's not the kind of research that they're doing. They know the person's been affected. When
Well, they
asking,
still have to ask.
I guess.
usually what happens is they only have 1 or 2 facial features removed, and then the person gets saved in some sort of way. These people say that once they lose one of their facial features, they have this sudden urge to go and grab that roll of duct tape because they swear that once they get a hold of that duct tape, they can put the facial features back themselves. Anybody who has ever gotten their hands on the roll of duct tape, however, has only wind up getting it and removing the rest of their facial features themselves. And all these people just become faceless. So,
First of
discuss.
all, let's talk about the 258 days.
38,
of,
but
38,
still
yeah.
crazy.
Like, you know, they go to kill him. And then they're like, wait a minute, let's just wait a couple days. Not just a couple days, let's wait. How many months is that? At least more than like half a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just wait more than half a year and see if he heals.
7 or 8 months.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say like 8 months.
Yeah. Instead of like, let's actually kill him and finish him off.
The first SCP, like the 3. What the heck was
Painting?
the number? No, not the painting. I mean
Oh.
like the tape, the duct tape. It's like
933?
SCP 933
93301 and 93302.
is literally just duct tape that
Yeah.
no one can unravel
Unless they've been affected.
or you're that guy. I guess that guy, maybe that
They
guy's
go-
been affected.
They go hand in hand, the
But-
two. They're considered one SCP.
But he
Okay.
became friends with
Such an
So
odd
if you get like all your
days.
facial features removed, do you just become friends with duct tape? Is that it?
That's
Or
a
you
wonderful question
Or you
that I don't have the
replace
answer
the guy without features because you wouldn't be able to tell because there's no features.
That's
so
a
like
good point.
maybe that's
Very
what
true.
happens.
That's a
maybe
good point.
He did die from the shot,
Yeah.
but someone else just took his place.
And they're like, oh, he's all healed up, and it's no, this is an entirely different guy.
That's kind of a fun theory.
All right, well, what do we think? I kind of feel like that. I don't know.
I
don't
need to
know.
hear the
I,
third.
I need to hear the third one too.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, before we get to story number 3, we do have a mini game.
Oh.
So we are going to
Guess
play.
that
Wait, we're playing a
guess that
minigame?
SCP?
I'm so
It's not Guess That
surprised.
SCP.
Yeah.
Totally did not see this
I
coming.
think, I think that's the lie.
We are going to play fill in the blank. So I have found someone's real, ridiculous post online. This post is about our old friend, Bigfoot. So I took it and I took some words out, and you guys have to guess what you think this person was asking about Bigfoot. So I'm going to read the whole thing, and then we'll take it a step back and go blank by blank.
Okay, sure.
So first, since Bigfoot is an advanced blank, does he blank? Maybe in a cave system. He might have to go down a mile, and within it there would be a setup with blank and blank. So since Bigfoot is spiritual and so advanced, does he like to blank? So
What?
we're gonna
I
take
got
it.
that one.
We're gonna take it back. Since
wait.
Bigfoot is at an advanced blank, does he blank?
Wait, was that the whole thing you read already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since Bigfoot is an advanced creature.
Well, what are the? Is that what the
And
name
we're
is?
doing the first blank right now.
I know, but is that the specific name for like Bigfoot and all them?
A cryptid.
Gorilla.
Urban legends, myths, all the things we
You
don't
could say
quite
an
understand.
advanced person, anything like
Ah,
that. That works.
I've got it.
Wait, what was it?
Person?
Since Bigfoot is an advanced person,
What?
does he
This
blank?
is already off the
Does
rails.
he go to the bathroom? Poop.
Does he pee? Poop.
Does he?
Does he pray?
later in the? I think
Since
later.
Bigfoot is. Does he watch TV? Since he's so spiritual.
It has to do with the cave
Meditate.
system too.
No.
Has to do with the cave. Is it all related to cave
yoga?
system?
Christopher is probably the closest.
Exercise.
You're getting it is like a very human thing.
Stretching.
But keep going,
Stretch.
keep going.
Does he stretch? Does he
Workout.
Get like exercise out of your mind.
Okay,
Okay.
get out of there.
Is it like an activity? Like
Kinda.
I know like the word.
read?
No, it isn't like read, but it's like
Sing,
do something
dance.
to. Does he
Christopher's onto something.
Is dance?
sing, dance? Does he
Perform-
talk? Does he
Perform
perform?
theater? Act?
You guys are getting so close.
Oh God, it's
It's not dance? Like Dance Dance Revolution? Like I just
Ooh.
imagine Bigfoot
He
as
has
a Dance
a
Dance
sound. He
Revolution
probably-
machine?
spiritual dance revolution machine.
Based on what this blank is, he probably is also dancing.
Oh, does he do aerobics?
Oh, Zumba.
No.
Listen to
Aw.
music.
Tango.
Make music.
Does he create?
You are guessing things from the second sentence over here, Christopher.
Oh, am I too soon?
Yeah.
So music is part of the second sentence.
Yes.
But dancing is close to what this blank is that we're looking for.
Yes.
Oh God.
So you guys are so close. Think singing, dancing.
What else is there other than singing and dancing?
No, he's probably doing those things. It's something that none of us here do frequently or ever, actually.
We've never done it. Something that none of us have ever done.
We do it, but not in the sense that you're going to think when you hear the word.
Oh, God.
Make parodies.
Oh my God. No. Hey, I'm going out to a
Party?
Oh.
Since Bigfoot is an advanced human, does he party?
Wow, that was insulting.
Maybe in a cave system. He might have to go down a little bit, go down a mile, and within it, there would be a setup with music, as Christopher already filled in for us before, and blank. What else is at this party?
Snacks, food.
Keep going.
DJ.
Keep going.
Friends.
Keep going. You're closer.
Friends, other Bigfoot.
Friends is closer?
Big feet.
Friends, other Bigfoot, keep going with that.
People.
Abominable
Other
snowman.
animals.
Other persons.
Too far. It's definitely not the abominable snowman. So you're not wrong when you said other Bigfoot, but there's a specific thing that we're looking
big
for here.
feet. I don't know.
No.
Is there a specific plural of Bigfoot that we
No,
need to get?
it's not like that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
When you hear it, you'll be like, oh,
Humans.
okay. No.
Well, he said
Cave-
advanced humans before.
Cave people. Cave dwellers.
Cavemen.
Cavemen.
Squatters.
Cave woman.
Homeless people.
Cave women.
Cave woman?
Does he party with music and Bigfoot woman?
Oh, Bigfoot women?
That's what this person is asking.
Okay.
The whole post is this is someone's serious question, and I think that's so silly.
This isn't a joke.
This is not a joke.
Are they like
'Cause
12?
There's like a joke tag that you're supposed to use if you're
/J.
joking. On
Yeah,
and this
on
person was not using the
Oh, so
joke
they
tag.
used the serious tag.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Their post is, since Bigfoot is an advanced human, does he party? Maybe in a cave system, he might have to go down a mile and within it there would be a setup with music and Bigfoot women.
I just thought about this a lot.
Yeah, so since Bigfoot is spiritual and advanced, does he like to party? That's the post. There was a sentence in there that I think I took out because it wasn't relevant.
What does spirituality have to do with anything with
I don't
partying?
know.
I was gonna say, is he spiritual? What makes him spiritual?
I don't know the
love the
whole
answer
post. I saw this and I was like, is this guy serious? It was especially the Bigfoot women part that really got me. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's just so much wrong with that blank. Anyway, that's it for our little mini game. We have to take a quick break, and then after the break, we are going to get into SCP number 3. We'll be right back. Cereal is amazing. Having cereal before school was the only thing I actually looked forward to about waking up early. But you know, as you get older, you stop eating cereal every morning. I mean, having a big bowl of sugar to start your day just simply isn't good for you. However, that's where Magic Spoon comes in. Magic Spoon basically makes cereal that tastes like kids' cereal, but it's healthy and for adults. Like the fruity flavor that I have right in front of me literally tastes just like all the fruity cereals I used to grow up with. Some of their other best-selling flavors are cocoa, peanut butter, and frosted, and they sell all 4 of these in a variety pack. It has 0 grams of sugar, 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. Also, only 140 calories. Plus, it's keto-free, gluten-free, soy-free, and grain-free. They also have other flavors like cookies and cream, maple waffle, cinnamon, and blueberry. Click the link below to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use the promo code TRUE at checkout to get $5 off any order. Or go to magicspoon.com/true. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Also, for my Canadian and British fans, Magic Spoon is now shipping to Canada and the UK. So click the link below and use code TRUE for $5 off, or go to magicspoon.com/true to save $5 today. Thank you again to Magic Spoon for sponsoring today's episode.
Seth, you have a lot of nerve doing that in my domain.
Whoa. Just take it easy, man.
And we are back. Okay, so are you guys ready to hear SCP number 3?
As long as Toph and Seth are willing to put aside their differences.
Hey, let's keep this arguing to the commercial breaks, okay?
Yeah, okay. All right. Just
All right.
commercial breaks.
Just commercial breaks.
Just take it easy, man.
Next commercial break, you're going down.
Well, thankfully, this is the final commercial break.
Yeah. People are gonna theorize that like every commercial break we all just hate each other.
Yeah.
No one out here actually gets along.
Yeah. Okay. Story number 3. Guys, this is SCP-3333.
Oh, there was an extra
Aw,
3.
you added a 3.
And its name is Tower. So Tower is a suntop fire lookout, and it's located on the top of a mountain in Washington State. Mind you, this one is Keter, so cannot be contained
It's way too big to contain. They don't know how to contain this thing in their containment. It's literally a building. This thing was being restored because it took some damage after getting hit by some volcanic activity. Now, while it was being rebuilt, the people in there found a ladder leading to a trap door inside of the lookout. And these people did not touch this. They did not build this thing. It's just there. So that's the first time that we saw it. So people from the SCP containment, they decided to go explore and check this place out. They go up the ladder and it's padlocked. They break the lock, they get inside, and once they reach through that trap door, they find an identical copy of the lookout. And every time that they go up that ladder, it just keeps going. There are multiple versions of this lookout, and every time there's a trap door with a ladder, you keep going and it never stops. Once the guy gets to the 527th iteration of the lookout, he sees a figure and everything goes dark. He's got a radio with him and he's got a camera with him and he's not able to contact back to the SCP containment what's happening. He loses connectivity to everything and he never returns back. So 5 people from the SCP containment decide to go back on a rescue mission. They go back, they get to the 527th version of this lookout. When they get up there, the same thing happens to them. But they make it out alive. They see the dead body, they come back and they say, we are not going back there. We can't even describe what we saw on this 527th version of the building. It's horrifying. So a special agent decides to go in there and see what's going on. She goes up there and she gets to the 527th iteration and she finds the bodies of the 5 previous people who went into rescue, as well as the first guy that went in. And then her camera turns off. When it turns back on and she's able to see things again, she sees her own body laying on the floor. She gets out of there. There was a 4th exploration of this place. The person who went up there this time was the person who was overseeing the first 3 explorations. So this person goes up there, sees all the bodies, and claims that it was being chased by something. So the person who's overseeing all the other explorations is running out of there and found out some information. There are other things that live in this SCP that have escaped, and they've cloned themselves as the previous agents who died in the SCP, and now they're roaming around in the wild using their human bodies. And that is Tower. I'm gonna give you guys some time to discuss. Go.
All right. First thing that came to mind, if they're going 527 fire escapes, that's multiple days.
Yeah,
that's so much.
That was
that's a
also
lot.
my thought. I was like, 500
Yeah.
Even
climbs
100
up is like insane. And they just keep seeing the same thing over and over. They go up and it's just the same thing.
Why would they keep
Why
going?
would they keep going?
Yeah.
500 times. 527 times to be specific.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That feels like a little bit of an exaggeration.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that, they're supposed to be fake, but I don't know, that one.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it didn't need to be 527, Like if the story was like, oh, on the 12th floor or the 10th floor or something, it's like, okay, sure, I can believe it. But
Or even like,
527?
I feel like 80 is just enough where it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's pushing
Agreed.
it, but like, just in the realm of possibility and reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was the first red flag for sure. I think the whole entire story was very confusing and very all over the place, and there was a lot of like
cool.
problems. It was a cool story.
I think all
it was
3
the
of these are
coolest.
really cool.
Yeah, I think this one might have been the coolest. I honestly forgot the second one already. What happened in the second one?
Well, I'm gonna recap all 3 stories and then I'm gonna give you guys some time to discuss.
Wow, that was a really convenient way to segue into this next part, huh?
Thank you, Ryan. Anyway, SCP number 1 is about a painting. When you go inside of the painting, you become part of the painting. You look like a painting. You feel like a painting. But the painting got enveloped by a black dot, and it is now just a crimson eye. Go ahead, Seth.
All right, SCP-1 is a ripoff of my short film, The Painting, which can now be seen nowhere. Hopefully in other film festivals. Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed.
SCP number 2 was about 2 separate SCPs that kind of become one, a roll of duct tape and a featureless man in a cloak. He removes your facial features one by one, and anyone who's had their facial features removed feel the urge to get their hands on that duct tape too. Go ahead.
All right, SCP-2 is a man and his best friend, a roll of duct tape.
Beautiful story.
Yeah.
SCP number 3 is a Suntop Fire lookout. It's got a little ladder and a trapdoor up there, and it just keeps going, and you just keep seeing the same thing over and over and over again. The 527th floor of this thing is a little bit spooky. Those are your 3 SCPs.
All right, SCP-3, a beautiful piece of real estate up for sale with endless possibilities and endless floors.
That would be like a good price. You're paying for what looks like one thing, and you've got all this room.
Yeah, it's a good piece of real estate that's affordable in this day and age. And I think anybody in our generation would snatch that up in an instant, to be honest.
Anyway, go, discuss.
Are you thinking of buying?
Oh my goodness.
No, as much as I want a house, I can't. I would be way too paranoid. But anyway, I feel like I'm thinking 3. Like I want to say 3, but then like, I don't know, I have like this doubt in my mind that maybe it's too obvious.
I feel like it's 3. 3's my lucky number, but Anthony could be messing with me.
I will add to that, and Seth's lucky number is 3. Every SCP had a 3 in it. It was a very common theme. It was 303, 933, and 3333.
Every single one had at least 2 3s.
So it kind of makes sense that the answer would be story number 3.
Yeah.
Wow, the signs, you know?
Signs are
How
all
are we going to
there.
ignore the sign?
Yeah, right? But like, I mean, let's just review, right? Story number 1, Seth is an expert on painting, master painter.
You might rephrase that.
He saw right
I'm not a
through-
painter.
It's not one.
No.
It's not one.
Seth is a painter, and he saw right through that painting. It is no good. Bad work of art.
Bad.
Seth knows art when he sees it, and that is not his art.
Story number 2, like, I can kind of see it.
More believable than story 1, I'd say.
Yeah, more.
More on the way that the person made it.
Yeah, more believable as a fake one.
Yeah.
But like, at the same time, it's kind of bold that it was like this 2-parter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it being 2 or 3. I think it's like a 50-50 between 2 or 3.
I'm very
Agreed.
not confident in 3 because, you know, you can never be too confident on the show.
That's true.
But my gut is saying 3. Just go with 3.
Anthony, we are locking in story number 3 as the fake story.
You guys are locking in story number 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Lock it in.
Okay. Guys, story number 3 is not the fake story.
I had a feeling. His whole demeanor and his...
Yeah.
It was number 2.
Is that, you want to give it a second guess? Number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's number 1, though, at this point.
Yeah, I kind of do hope it's number 1 at this point also.
I feel like it's number 1 now.
It is number 1.
Yeah.
No way.
I'm honestly happy with that.
I think you guys played very well, though. I think all of your points for why you picked 3 were pretty fair. Thank everyone at home for watching and listening. If you enjoyed, make sure to give this a rate and review. It'll really help us out. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and give it a like and a comment if you're watching the video version. If you have stories of your own, make sure to send them in to either truemythsonlie@gmail.com or to my Instagram @culture35, whichever you prefer. That's about it. We'll see you guys again next week with a brand new episode of True Myths One Lie, and again on Friday with a brand new comedy skit. Bye, guys.
It's on, Seth.
It's on. Let's go.